You know, I have had a very interesting ride with Dexter Morgan because, the first Dexter series I loved.
Yeah.
I love that series. It's so good. I even like the last season. I wasn't thrilled with the finale, but I like the whole season other than the finale.
Well, it was a really well done show, really well written, great acting. When they bring people like John Lithgow in to play the Trinity.
Oh, great characters as well. And Dexter was just a really great character. The whole thing about Harry and the Harry's rules and code or whatever, and all great. Now, so I was super excited when they were bringing it back with Dexter and his idiot kid. And I can't remember what that was called. Blood in the Snow, Pee in the Snow, whatever it was called. Dexter.
New Blood.
Bloodlines.
Bloodlines.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stick with, in my head canon is now Dexter Pee in the Snow. So they came out with that next follow-up series years later. And it was terrible. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was terrible. And I'm like, I couldn't even believe, I couldn't even hang in till the finale. I tapped out before the finale. I'm like, this was absolute, just terrible stuff. So then they announced they were doing a Dexter prequel called, I believe, Original Sin. And because, Pee in the Snow had turned me off so much.
I mean, yeah.
I wasn't even going to bother watching Original Sin. But then it debuted and a bunch of you guys started writing me saying, John, this Dexter Original Sin is actually pretty good. I'm like, oh, all right. So a few weeks after it started, I went back and watched it. I'm like, hot damn, it is good. It wasn't as good as the original Dexter, but it was really good. And then you get to the end of that, which was clearly setting up Dexter's return. And thus we were getting Dexter Resurrection. And I held my breath because Pee in the Snow was not good. And I still had that taste in my mouth. It was not good.
I would have advised you not to.
I'd pay extra for that.
It was not good. And so I went into Dexter Resurrection and hot damn, Dexter was back.
It was great.
It was great. And it truly felt like they were back on track.
Yeah.
It felt like Dexter again. It was as good as Dexter everyone's. Peter Dinklage is the big villain in the season.
A great supporting cast in that show.
An amazing supporting cast. Good. And the whole thing with the serial killer who's actually the twin oh my God, the whole thing.
It was great.
With an awesome ending, because then the ending, Dexter's on that boat driving through the bay and having that inner monologue with the audience but it wasn't any longer just the ethereal audience. He was literally talking to the television audience about, yeah, I know what you think, and blah, blah. And it was really just talking to us as the audience. Yeah. Well, anyway, I loved it. Can't wait for it to come back. And I just got more excited because the Hollywood Reporter has just reported Brian Cox, Colonel Stryker, is
the first Hannibal Lecter.
The first Hannibal Lecter is coming as a character they referred to all the time in the first season of Dexter Resurrection, the New York Ripper, but we never saw him. Well, now we know who it's going to be. It's going to be Brian Cox is going to be the New York Ripper in the second season. They write this: clearly the casting agents on Dexter's Resurrection are serious people. Brian Cox has joined season 2 of Paramount Plus series Dexter Resurrection as retired serial killer, the New York Ripper. The New York Ripper, real name Dom Frant.
What a great name.
It is so good. Was introduced as an in-universe character on the first season when Dexter, Michael C. Hall, and Claudette, Katia Saraf, found a file on the mass murder in Leon's, that's Peter Dinklage's vault. The Ripper was not depicted on screen and was name dropped a few times through the season. Little did we know at the time they were setting up season 2. I love this. Now, Brian Cox is an interesting dude. So let me just put him as a guy to the side. He's a wicked actor, man. He's so good. And I really first it wasn't like the thing that really put him on his radar for me was X-Men 2, when he played Stryker. And ever since then, whenever I saw him for years after X-Men 2, I'd be like, that's the guy, right? And then he's always been amazing. He always delivers. And of course, then, this tour de force he did in Succession, which I believe he won multiple Emmys for, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, you can't drive by a McDonald's without hearing his voice in your head now. Ba, 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 ba. I mean, that's him. But to him come on this show as a retired serial killer, it really does have tones of Jonathan Lithgow as the Trinity Killer a little bit, right? I love this. He has such an awesome screen presence. And to see him either go toe to toe with Michael C. Hall's Dexter, or maybe they work together. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea what they're going to do. All I know is I can't wait for season 2 of this. And I love hearing that Brian Cox is going to be part of it. Anyway, Rob, you heard this news. What do you think?
Well, I love this so much. I can't even tell you how much I love this, because it's 40 years that he played Hannibal Lecter in Michael Mann's Manhunter.
40 years ago.
Which was the first of three adaptations of the book Red Dragon, because it was also readapted in the Hannibal TV series. I remember I saw Manhunter at the Crossroads Cinema in Bellevue, Washington. And I'd read the book, I'd read Red Dragon. I'd read that book, and I was so excited to see the movie. And his performance, because he's kind of amiable, you kind of like him. He's nothing like Anthony Hopkins played him in Silence of the Lambs. And he goes, "Have you ever seen Blood in the Moonlight, Will? It looks quite black." And I'm like, oh my God, I love him so much. And they had to have thought about that when they made this casting notice. Like, what if Hannibal Lecter got out of jail after 40 years? What would he do? He'd go to New York and kill some more. So I'm very excited to see this. And if they make him one of these diabolically smart serial killers, I love smart serial killers. I love it as a genre. And what made me love it was Red Dragon. Reading that book, and then there's another book called By Reason of Insanity. And those two books I read very close together. Shane, I forget what the author's name is, but man, I can't wait. This is so good. Back to the roots. Maybe they'll be like father-son. They'll have a father-son dynamic.
Mentor-mentee sort of thing. Or, again, his next big target. I mean, I don't know which way they're going to go.
It's such brilliant casting.
It's so good. The one big bummer for me in all this, the big negative for me in all this, is I've not been tracking the progress of the production of season 2. So I didn't know if they had already shot season 2 and whatever, because it's been a while. It's been a beat since season 1 ended. And this casting of Brian Cox is they haven't even started shooting season 2 yet. So we're probably not getting this until like the earliest late 2027. And that kind of bums me out a little bit, but whatever. I'm going to take this good news and I'm going to enjoy it. Brian Cox is going to be in Dexter Resurrection season 2. I cannot wait for it. Guys, whatever you think about this, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.